Take your minis to the beach with pro-level bases just like this, and it's easier than you might think. Welcome to The Average Painter, and today we're going to the beach. That's right, beach bases are easier than you think. Don't be intimidated by water effects and those diorama types. Even you can do it. Even I can do it. Even he might be able to do it. Before we get started, if you like the video and you want to see more of it, like and subscribe. At the end of the video, Jeff's going to share some interesting insights that he's discovered about life. And that's your cue, if you've made it to the end of the video, to hit like and subscribe. Anyway, let's get into our beach bases. All right, to begin with, this is a lot easier than it looks, and I'm going to walk you through step by step by step. To begin with, the base needs a nice strong coat to begin with. So we're going to go with 2 coats of golden yellow. So Jeff, have you got any interesting beach facts that you want to share with us today? Next is the bit that looks the hardest, but is actually quite easy. We're going to pre-paint the watercolor. The water effects are transparent, so what you'll see is not the color in the water, but the colors underneath, and that's the secret here. So I'm going to start with some ivory and kind of put that all over a part of the base that I want to be the water. Next, I'm going to come in with a lighter turquoise, and I'm going to cover over most of that white, leaving just a fringe. Finally, I'll come in with a darker turquoise. I'm just going to cover off about 30% of what's left. Notice that I'm not dry brushing this. This is a stippling effect. So the brush is reasonably wet, and I just dab it on and then take any paint off and use it to kind of blend it between the 2 colors. It doesn't matter if this is messy. Remember that we're going to put a coat of water effects over the top, and that's going to kind of blur it together as well. All right, my new favorite thing, Vallejo fixer and sand. So I put a generous amount of fixer on the base where I want the sand and elements to go, and then I sprinkle the sand on, and then sometimes some more fixer, and then sometimes some more sand until you're happy with it. Remember though, you're going to have to leave this to set overnight, but that's okay because we can do the next step as well. Okay, now the sand's on and still wet, but that's okay. We can now apply our water effects. As I said earlier, don't be intimidated by them. They're much easier to use than those classy, trained diorama guys that let you know. It's simple as putting it on and spreading around. Now, I tend to try and make it look like it's in kind of a pattern, but it really doesn't matter. It roughly looks like water, and then we leave that to dry. Both the fixer and the water effects need 12 hours to kind of set before you can come back to them. Okay, with that done, the last thing is to put on some dry pigments. Now I've used these before, today we can do it in a different way. So I'm taking some airbrush thinner and some dry pigments, and we're turning them into wet pigments. The airbrush thinner is going to evaporate, which allows us to put a really nice thick coat of that pigment on without having that dust or fly off. This is a good alternative method with some pigments where they are quite light and they can be removed quite easily. This kind of sets the pigments in place. With the waves set, it's time to get some ivory and just dry brush the peaks of the waves. This will make them look like there's bubbles at the surface. With those pigments done and dry, the last step is to have one more coat of beautiful golden yellow around that base rim. And that's beach bases done. And it's easier than you thought, right? It's a real quick and easy way to lift the look of your army. And if you do them in batches, you can do them really, really quickly. All right, that's it for me. We'll catch you next time. Now, over to one-on-one time with Geoph.